Well, good morning. Once again, we've got the sounds of some exotic animals, but we've got some houses and some commercial shops in place. Look at this. This is interesting. As last episode was going on, and I was just putting down these roads and thinking, well, I'm not so sure, but as we were nearing the end of last episode, I was starting to warm up to this look here. Because at first we were going to go with a grid, but I don't know. I think this is at least worth exploring to see. But this could be interesting, and I've got some things that that are starting to pop into my mind. So nice, and the sun just came up a little bit more. Whoops, there's the sun. So yeah, good morning and welcome back to more SimCity. Here we are in city number 6. The last city of the region, the last city of the season. We're kind of working on the framework of this city. And I'm laughing because, if you look over there, the city that we just came from, I keep thinking about that comment about how this roundabout the roundabout, look at that. The roundabout went from one end of the city. It was as wide as the city plot is. So I'm 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 hoping that the viewer is pleased that this that, that this roundabout here is smaller, but that does not mean we're going to go dense. I don't I don't think I this feels like it might be a very organic but I'm thinking of a landmark here. But first of all, what we've got we I just need to check something because if this is going to stay, I need to at least make sure that I've got enough space for medium density. Okay, so, and when you see me do that, the footprint of the community college is pretty much right on with that medium density to high density footprint. So that tells me that these houses and shops, when they're ready, but what I want to do, let's pause first of all. I think I want to shift this highway up because I don't know what's going to be able to form here. I think that's what I want to do. We need to work on this. I already know that intersection is not. I'm not going to be happy with that. So let's start with that. A little too much there. And oops. Let's trim this back. And then let's do this. Let's take this. See how that opens up? And then what we can do now as far as these intersections are concerned, maybe we can. So if you're coming from the outside world, you have a road that leads straight towards the beach. And but I still want my residents. Let's do this. And then let's do, now we've created a little bit of space. Because remember, at before, this highway was actually intersecting this. And I think that's going to work better. And then we could even do more roads, because I'm liking these curved roads like this. Maybe we could do, look at that. That gives us even more space. This could be just a large residential and commercial area. No grids, or very few grids. Yep, nothing's okay. We may have to make some. We may have to do something there. So we can do things here. That doesn't work. That way I know I'm not going over the same. Yeah, let's see. So nothing would be out there, but on the inside should be fine. Okay. But yeah, this could be interesting. I still need to figure out. I may continue on this when it's all said and done. May feel like a suburb of that. I'm going to go ahead and let's play. Okay. Now we're already getting, so we're buying power. We're buying water. And we're sending sewage over there. I don't think that's going to last. I don't like to always rely. There's a garbage truck, and that garbage truck is coming from our neighbor. I'm not 100% sure why I only sent one garbage truck. But we need to also think at this point. We need to plan, because I don't like to, and I don't want to develop so much. So even if we don't place things right now, well, we could do that. So that might work. We'd lose some space for an industrial building, or we could do this. That might make more sense. Like, okay, we got that. When and if we need power, I'd really like to stick with solar power. They're not going to complain. Well, we could do that. Oh, we could do that. That's not a bad spot. Solar power is not polluting, so water. Let's not waste this area up here. Let's see here. Let's do that. Even if we don't, that's pretty steep. That's extremely steep. You know what? This road is already up there. I don't know why I'm trying to... Or it's already closer. This might be one of those situations where... You know, we normally put sewage and water next to each other. We may not be able to do that this time. We need to go back to that city because we were researching wind. Maybe we get windmills up here if I can figure out how to... The upgraded windmills. Let me figure this out. I'm trying to decide... I'm going to work on it, but I'm trying to decide if through editing... This is something that you don't have to deal with. Well, that sure would have been nice to get water up there. I'm just not going to spend so much time on something, but I do want to make this look a little bit nicer. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's at least get some use. I'm going to extend this road. I don't want it to be like that. Let's do that. Maybe curve a bit. When the time comes, we can put lots of water. I'd like a building. Is there a building that kind of... You know what? We could put shuttle bus here. It is out of the way. We could do that. Let's go ahead and put one water there. That could be cool. All right, so, and then sewage. We could kind of fit sewage. We could just tuck it in there like that. We could put it way out here as well, but I want to save the beach. So we got sewage. Let's rely on the city over there as much as possible. But we now have a place for solar. We're not going to do water. We're just going to do a lot of water towers. Sewage. Not enough bus stops. I know we gotta Right now, that bus is, we're actually pretending that it's doing two things. Let's get this train. Let's pause. Let's do train. And I know last episode we were able to get train underneath the mountain. I'm not sure exactly where I would want it to come out at this time, but let's just, I want to kind of get some things in place. Let's do that. We're gonna need a train. We could get a road maybe right about here, and we could get bus. And I don't mean shuttle, because these buses don't leave the city, but we're gonna have visitors. I'm gonna do a road, and we need to be careful that they don't see shortest path. Let's do this. I was really wanting double decker in the other city. Remember that? And we couldn't do double decker. And for what I'm kind of thinking, double decker isn't going to make sense here. Let's do. Okay. Where do I bring this road? Where they don't see shortest path. And let's avoid. I don't want to do that. Oh, wait a minute. We were going to put garbage. I'm going to go ahead and do garbage now. Oh, we've got room. Let's bring a road out. Let's come underneath. Connect. Let's go ahead and take this road to high density. Gotta have sign. I'm gonna go ahead and put down some bus stops. I may not do bus stop or because I don't want a lot of buses making U-turns unless we go ahead and we just take this, maybe curve it. And that way we don't have to worry about the bus making a U-turn. Train, bus. We may not do, we need to do water. I'm not sure where we'd put airship unless we squeeze airship in down there. I like what we did over there, you know, where you drive in and there's something there. I like that. Get boats in, but I need something. We have jobs. I haven't really paid attention to that. We have 9 jobs for low wealth. Let's do a bit more. Let's do that. And if we're gonna stick with this, I'm gonna start zoning because I am really liking. We got a lot of people that are going to be living on the water, close to the water. I need high wealth because I think what I'm going to do we'll get more people in. While they're coming in, we'll work on fire and whatnot, but that's already in place. We're getting fire protection and health and police. But over here, I don't know if I want it right on the... Maybe some parks. You know that pavilion, and it fits. See what that looks like. I need just a little bit more road here, just a little bit. $1,290. If I can get a curve, 1,294 is close enough. Maybe, can we get 8? Let's do 94. And then on either side, if it'll let me, for right now, let's get rid of some of this. If we want it through the mountain, we'll figure that out later. Let's get rid of that. Let's do a straight line. That's closer than this one. Can I get... I see the health is lit up. I think we're only sending one ambulance, so we may need to... Alright, now you can get off the bus. You can get off the bus, and they're already doing it. They're already heading to the Eiffel Tower. Nice. You get off the train. And you know these tourist traps. You know these tourist traps. I'll never forget. I looked on Google Street View, and I actually, this has been, and I looked. Oh, but if these shops around the Eiffel Tower, if they're high wealth, we need high wealth. This is going to be a high wealth shopping area. In addition, because I really want some of these buildings, and we got to push back on some of this negative. But let's... Oh, nice. I don't know if it's going to give me the... It's a start. Maybe we do put a few. That could work. Nothing's really gonna grow. Oh yeah, there. That's it. And then maybe then we can get something out here. Maybe. But that's a start. That's a start. We still got room for some gambling. We may do one. Maybe the elegant or the, well, we may do one because that park. All right, so that fits. We wouldn't be able to put. We wouldn't be able to put any hotels. That's too big now. Okay, we could get one set of hotel rooms there. Because we're not even 100% sure we're going to do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. We can utilize some of this. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and get some shops there. We know they're going to complain about not enough workers, but that's okay. Good. Oh, this could be interesting. This could be interesting. We still got to work on more infrastructure, more services. We got to get some boats in here. I got to figure out what I'm going to do here. But yeah, that's. So you look out and you got the Eiffel Tower here. You've got Big Ben over there. And if we get some French-inspired buildings along the water and in this neighborhood here, that could be interesting. That could be real interesting. Look, the tower is lit up because the sun's going down. They're gonna need some. They're gonna need some bus stops. Very good. Very good. Yeah, we've got stuff to do, but I think we have a bit of a plan. I think. Nice. All right, we'll see you in the morning.